Yo guys, what's up? My name is Zhao and this is Gamers Den. Welcome. In today's episode, I am going to bring you an NFT gaming project that is like no other out there. An NFT gaming project that is so unique in its design that I believe they have found a recipe for a long-term success of every participant. Ladies and gentlemen, behold the Lost Realms. Yo, okay guys, but seriously, Lost Realms, or should I say Tribe? Because the name of the project actually is Tribe. Lost Realms is part of their ecosystem that I actually like the most because it's a fantasy-based game which they're building. But actually, their ecosystem is pretty complex. This project has been already for some time. So maybe in the beginning of the video, I will explain what is their ecosystem, what are they building in general, and then we will move in like how to move inside their ecosystem, what's inside the Discord, what you can expect upon the entry, how everything works, and then I will explain why I'm so bullish on the project. I will also explain what can you get by participating in this project, and so what are the benefits, and of course, what is so unique about it that makes me so bullish. So let's dive in.
But Rob, most of the projects are going to zero NFT. Why are we talking about this? And trading volume is all-time low on NFTs.
Yeah, that's true, but not with this project. They have managed to scale their community during the bear market, and right now on their Twitter spaces, on their AMAs, they have around 400 participants, 600 participants. So this is a really, really high number if you count that this is a bear market, and most of the projects have maybe like 15, 20, 30, maybe 100 participants in those kind of events. This alone is a very bullish indicator. But let's dive into their ecosystem and we will find out more why this is happening and why this project is just so different than any other. Okay, guys, so Tribe is the name of the company, and project founder is goes by name Saint. Is basically a guy who you can see inside the project, inside the Discord very often, which is also a very good sign for me. He's making a lot of AMAs and Twitter spaces, so sometimes just talks to the community in the Discord, which is very cool. I really like when founders are engaging with the community, because at some point they are the force that is pushing those projects forward. Lost Realms basically is their first project. They don't have a website right now. They used to have it, but they're kind of like closed it into the Discord. So everything is community focused. Every mint that they're gonna have will be a free mint. This is also very bullish. It shows a conviction in the project. Okay, guys. So this is how their universe looks like. Tribe is basically company behind all those three projects, and we have Fury is a car racing game that is being built for over a year right now. They have models completed, everything. Basically, they have the game completed, but they're waiting with this now, of course, to be released in the future. Lost Realms is the upcoming project mint. King's Oath is the upcoming mint. This is basically this fantasy setting where it's focused around those kings that are resurrected to try to bring justice and peace into the world wrecked by a dragon. So it's going to be like a mix of RTS and MMO. I'm very curious how it's going to look like. This is how their profile pictures will look like. I even managed to snatch a one-on-one sneak peek how this looks like. Oh my god, I hope I'm not gonna get kicked for that. I just wanted to show because this is clearly something you have never seen in a space before. And so this is how their art looks like. As you see, there's a lot of partnership projects, Neo Tokyo Cyberconks, and they all will have their own figurines in the game. And this, I believe, it's Act Two. So in Act Two, you'll be able to mint those bad boys and fight with them. And I'm really curious because this is something that you could not see in Web 2, where you have those communities that are able to fight each other or fight together against something. It would be really cool for the holders of like Neo Tokyo or Gojira or whatever of those projects, to participate and feel that they have something on their own, which is very, very. I like it very, very much. Um, yeah, so this is how the art looks like. This is summoning of, I believe, the gods. Uh, yeah, like this is next level. Just beyond this world. And Mystery is a project that basically is a sci-fi project. It's called The Reapers, and it's going to be focused around those pilots and that are fighting with the corporations for resources and stuff like that. So also really cool. Not much is revealed by this, but by participating in the server, you will get this small sneak peeks. There are also action figures being released, also a comic book, which is very cool because the comic book is actually interactive. So once you join their Discord server, everything is basically around in their Discord server. You'll be able to actually actively participate in making this comic book. So you see as like AAA quality artists from Marvel, from DC, they are drawing this comics based on what community is picking. So you are actually being able to um decide what is going to happen on the next pages of the comic, and that is really, really cool. I have never seen such a design before, and this is another really cool, unique feature that you can see. Another thing is those cloaks. When you enter, basically you see all those people are wearing those strange cloaks. Um, as a new community member, you're going to be wearing this redeemed. It's also a kind of cool marketing structure because this is basically already like a profile picture. You are able to customize it, which is really cool. This is what me and the Oxrack did with our redeemed hoods to be more personalized. And I kind of liked it. I like the idea, to be like under the hood. It's kind of cultish, but yeah. And you've probably seen all those people like popping up on the different Discord servers, wearing those hoods, and you probably were wondering what the fuck is up. So this is basically their another system of their grading system inside community, so who has what role, and also with the roles, there are benefits that being provided to you. I also, guys, this is another thing, lore introduction. Basically, there's like a animated movie where you find out a little bit about the lore, what happened before with the kings, with the dragon, with the Queen Celestia, and everything. I definitely recommend you guys to go through this. I will link this in the description. But for me, like the art, the story, it brings so much nostalgia, and it's crazy that it just that it has been done by human and not AI, because this pixelated art is just crazy. But yeah, like even if you just when I'm looking at this, I just want to get I have this nostalgia that I used to have as a kid, like playing Heroes of Might and Magic and stuff like that. Just I want to go inside, go into this castle. Like I'm one of those adventurers right now on the cliff, standing, and embracing the adventure ahead of me.
Art is cool and all, but there's a lot of projects that have a cool art and they don't mint out, or if they do mint, they drop really heavy on the floor. So, what is the difference?
Well, the difference is basically value proposition because most of the projects are designed that when you mint, basically you're having all those expectations that the future of the project will be bright and everything. But here, like mint is just like another value added on top of everything that you're getting from the ecosystem. So being able to mint, it's really great here. But even if you're not going to mint, you still participate in the ecosystem. You have so many opportunities along the way to use it. And let me maybe explain how this exactly works. So I prepared a graph for you here explaining you how this ecosystem works. So basically, as a community member, you join in into the Discord. Basically, everything is happening inside their Discord server. I'm not going to go inside because I think it will be like a privacy violation. Uh, but I will explain you as best I can here in this graph. Community member, you join, you're able to participate in all those events where you have like something is minting series where they just talk about upcoming mints and they talk about founders of the soon to mint project. This is really cool to participate. Like you can extract a lot of value just by listening to Saint talking with another project founders. He's really asking the right questions, so he's not afraid to ask about the details of the project, the like the fundings and stuff. There is also live drawing series where you basically see these artists draw the comics, and you're able to participate with basically deciding what will happen next in the comic. So this is also a part of this. That's another extra cool value that you can get. And there are a few other events like talking about upcoming strategies in the market and what's going on in general in Web3 space, or or just what's going on inside the tribe and new features and stuff like that. So really cool activities. Okay, so from those activities, as a community member, you receive a value in form of education. For me, that's a added value because I actually learned a lot during all those AMAs. How to look at the project. I was able to talk with people who are already in a space, and they have a lot of experience, and sometimes being able to just see what is their thinking process behind, if it's worth my while, if it's what is the upside potential, what is the downside and everything. This is something that is really big booster, especially if you are not very experienced in NFTs and in Web3 space. So there is a value in educational, but also you have this another value that every time you participate in those kind of events, at the end of the event, there's a like a passphrase that you need to type in inside the secret chamber. This is basically like a channel in their Discord server, and you will obtain a relic. A relic is basically a currency that is that stacks. So the longer you participate in those events, the more relics you have, and later on you are able to burn those relics for whitelist raffles or auctions, whitelist auctions, or anything. This is another cool feature. So the longer you participate, the more of those relics you have. So if you're missing out on this raffle, well, there's the next one. And because you're stacking those relics, because you're constantly participating, you will eventually win one, or just win an auction, because if you didn't win raffles, well, your relics are not burned, so only those who won raffles will have their relic burned. But if you did not, you can still have fighting chance in those auctions. And those who won, all those relics are being burnt from the supply. So they still they're gonna have to stock some more before they are able to participate again. So this is a really cool design. But also, as a community member, you are from time to time seasonal. You can also make mint a soul, and soul is a soul-bound token, so it's not tradable. I believe the mint price was 0.0088, so around $15. And this and having a soul and stacking relics gives you also additional opportunities with the whitelist raffles, and also allows you to use the features that are basically new in their ecosystem, like factories, village, and tribe vault. Tribe vault is something like yeah, basically a vault that tribe has, all those assets inside, and soul users, soul holders, soul holders are able to decide what is going to happen with the vault. They're also maybe able to acquire some assets from the tribe's vault, but most of those assets are not for sale. It's basically for the ecosystem. So maybe basically borrowing assets for the game or whatever. Another cool feature. Factories, basically like partnerships with factory design NFT projects, something like Dimensionals or Meme Land, those that like compound with value in time. So this is another cool feature. All of these are relatively new, so there's still a lot of things that basically can be added to this. I really like this design so far. But yeah, so you have those relics you burn. If you're a sole user, you have even additional values. So if you don't have those $15 to invest to having a soul because it's not being tradable, well, you just don't use this, but you still, as a non-sold user, you're able to use those whitelist auctions and everything. So all of this is coming back to you as a community member, because yeah, by participating you actually get all those values in form of raffles, education, and if you're a soul holder, factories. On top of that, of course, you are going to mint all those acts and projects if you are whitelisted for this, and by participating you just statistically you will. Also, by being active and participating in events, you are basically giving feedback to the tribe so they can design the product better. If there are more community members, just all those activities, all those AMAs, everything is just bigger, active. They have constantly Twitter spaces like 600, 400 people in all those spaces, AMAs. So this is our crazy numbers. During the bear, it's just crazy. And because of this, tribe, because of this growth and that those people are participating in those events, because you get the relic, you get educational value, this kind of inspires loyalty inside me as a tribe member, because I'm going to think twice if I have to choose between tribes AMA or whatever other project AMA, because I know how much value will I get, even if maybe it's not super new for me, I still get a relic. But if it's new for me, I also get this educational value. But they are able to leverage that. Tribe is able to leverage that and bring bigger allocations to the community. They have just better prestige and top quality partnerships and funding possibilities, because they can say, hey, yo, we have 400 active people on our Twitter spaces. So if you're doing, AMAs with us, give us maybe some allocations for the whitelist or stuff like that. Or, just they have a leverage to negotiate better terms for the partnerships in the future and stuff like that. And by that, they're bringing this to the community back. So actually, community, thanks to this, it's growing, but thanks to it that is growing, it has more possibilities to get additional value from the tribe. So guys, greater participation equals greater access. Basically, this is the design. At least this is what I understand by this. And I'm trying to explain to you as well as I can. So please let me know in the comments what you think about this. Is if this kind of value even interests you. But also, this is very important to mention, all of this design has requires tremendous preparations, experience, funds, knowledge, extreme activity, and strategy, because the founder is active all the time. He listens to the community and stuff like that. This is a work that is just probably 18 hours a day. So all those EMAs, and then they jump, and then sometimes they're even doing like spontaneous events, like in the middle of the night or something. At least for me, talking about upcoming mint, or some ideas regarding the ecosystem or whatever. Really cool, or just news from the Web3 space. So to ignite this powerful machinery, you have to have this. And not many projects are actually able to deliver on this front. Okay, guys. So to sum it up, Lost Realms, I believe that stage is going to give you a very, very um, high potential of return in the future, not only financially, but also uh, because of the education value and a ability to, have a contact with people who are already experienced in the space, and be able to learn from them. This design it seems that is going to be doing very well in the long run. And right now, it's still in during the bear market is doing pretty well. Having Twitter Spaces for 400 to 500 people, this is just for me good enough proof. Um, what's funny, when I entered the server at the beginning, I heard Saint was speaking in one of those AMAs. I was like thinking, "Yo, this guy is a fucking douchebag." But then I actually started to listen what he's saying, and yeah, the guy is really smart, and so many things I have learned by just looking and participating in those AMAs and all those Twitter spaces, that also helped me being like more sharp and able to spot different gaming projects and stuff like that. So this value is definitely something that I value. So, guys, tell me what you think about this. I hope that I'm not pumping this project too much, because in Gamers Den, first thing we're trying to focus on is to bring you projects that are relatively early, but also that will not require to put any or very small funds inside, because I don't really like all those influencers pumping coins like this is going to do 10x, this is going to do 100x. I believe that most of the projects that are in the market right now, with the solid fundamentals, during the bull run they will do like 5, 10x. It's really easy to say 100x, but you have to have like some money to actually benefit from that. But with those projects, everybody can start. So if you are new to Web3 space, they are not requiring you. They're not required from you any additional funding. So I believe you find value in that. And guys, leave the comment, like, subscribe. Tell me what you think about Lost Realm. Did you like this episode? I know it's pretty long, but yeah, this is a project that is very, very complex. Future videos will be shorter, I promise. That's it. See you guys.